you make a good point there that if you're reading a really complex book like Ghostwritten, in my case, the immediate book that comes to mind is the Cryptonomicon by Neil Stephenson. Yeah. You can't read as fast as you can if you're reading like a Harry Potter book or something. So don't feel discouraged that you're making slow progress through a book, because the denser the reading and the more foreign it is to you, obviously you can't go faster.
Yeah, and you can't. When I said earlier, you don't necessarily move in a straight line. Like when I was reading Ghostwritten, I would read whole pages, and then I'd be like, oh wait, was that in the past? Hold on, and I'd have to flip back several pages, re-skim over it, and be like, now I get it. Now I get it. I had to read that section again with this information that I finally just pieced together, and that easily makes sense in like a learning context. If you're like, this mathematical concept didn't make sense to me until over here, and now what they were saying here makes sense.
Okay, yeah. So you're having to go back and like reconnect things you've read previously using the new information.
Yeah, and actually, side note, this also helps with foreign language, because if you like read the first page or something, and then you get all the meanings afterward, and then you read it again, the second time it's a lot easier to get a story.
Yeah.
Because you've familiarized yourself with the hard parts. But basically, you can't just read in a straight line and be done.
Okay.
That's not how this works.
Yeah. So right now I'm reading Jordan Peterson's book, 12 Rules for Living. And one thing I'm noticing while I'm reading this, which is something that I notice when I'm reading other complicated books, is I'll be reading, I'll be understanding everything, and then there will come a paragraph where my eyes will go over it. I know that I've read it, but I don't actually comprehend what I just read. And I think you have to work to notice when that happens and then force yourself to reread it. Because I think there's this little part, at least that's in my brain, that says, keep going, keep making progress down the page. You are reading the book to completion. Going back would be a waste of time. But of course, if I don't understand what I just read, then I've already wasted my time.
Yeah.
It's like the flat tire thing. If I just like go pump 15 tires up to half pressure, then none of those bikes are going anywhere. So I need to make sure that I actually pump the tires up to where they're supposed to be, and I need to make sure that I'm reading for actual comprehension.
Yeah.
So that's a good little mental, just flag or marker to keep in mind. If you go through a paragraph and there's a little thing in the back of your head that says, you don't actually know what that meant, go back and read it again.
Yeah, it's not like a Goodreads challenge. It's not about, I did it, we're done now. That doesn't mean anything. You got to take lessons from it.
Yeah, I haven't even read most of these books. So
not even this one?
Actually, wait. Well, I've read this one.
You read this Thomas Frank guy?
I've read this one by Thomas Frank. I haven't finished Meditations. I haven't finished Debt. I haven't read Soonish yet. I'm sorry. I know you got me that for Christmas.
No, that's cool.
And then
these are all fairly dense books, though. You would definitely read all of these books critically.
I know. So I mean, we put these. It
takes a while.
We put these in the set design, and I think everyone loves the idea of having this well-stocked bookshelf. But if you have ran your eyes over the text and not understood a word of it, then you haven't really.
It takes so long to read fiction, because I pick nothing but really complicated fiction, and then I'm like, oh, I read so slowly. It's because if I don't understand it, it didn't matter.
But you enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
And the process of piecing together something incredibly complex is really satisfying. So often those really complex books are more fun to read than something that's just a breeze and like a summer popcorn flick kind of book.
Yeah.
So, and I know someday I will read Cryptonomicon and I will love it. I just need to get the time for it.
It took me like 15, 16 hours to read Ghostwritten.
Oh man, it's gonna take me longer.
It was just like,
I think it would take me longer to read Ghostwritten.
Looking at the little Kindle predicted speed, I was like, oh, this is gonna take forever. I know I'm a fast reader. Stop it.
Darn you, Jeff Bezos. You're making me feel bad.